And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ljubljana for tonight's Group C Basketball Champions League regular season fixture between our hosts Petrol Olimpija and SIG Strasbourg. Well, as we mentioned, it is game day 8. It is the first time that these two teams will meet for a second time. Remember, they met on the opening night of the Basketball Champions League, which turned out to be a victory for Strasbourg, who hosted the game 83-69. It was a very, very good encounter. Very close and tight to the end. And now Petrol Olimpija at home, they'll be looking to defend their home court advantage and progress to a higher position here in Group C. Both these teams with opposite records. SIG Strasbourg with 5 wins and 2 losses. Petrol Olimpija sit in 7th place with 2 wins and 5 losses. Other games you will see tonight. Movistar Estudiantes will take on AEK. Mede from Rosa Radom will play tomorrow, along with Banvit and Umana Venezia. It is here, and it is the Basketball Champions League. Well, Slovenia, a country rich in its tradition of basketball. A lot to glow about this country. Very, very, very impressive record they've had in European competitions. And they will be looking to make sure that their teams move on. Remember, it was Slovenia who won the Eurobasket 2017. And what better way to continue their dominance of European basketball than to get their domestic teams rising in Europe's greatest competition, the Basketball Champions League. Well, Strasbourg, they know what they're up against. They've probably got one of the favorite teams here in the tournament. Like I said, there's players to look out for, the likes of David Logan, Miro Belan, Zach Wright, and Darian Atkins. Not to mention Louis Labarrie, who had a very, very impressive game last week. SIG Strasbourg, we wanted to match what their rivals are doing in this competition. The likes of AS Monaco, who are favorites to win this competition and were unlucky last year not to win it. Strasbourg mean business. They know they've got to compete well in this tournament if they're going to make some noise. Strasbourg coming off the back of a very close, narrow win against AEK from Athens. Meanwhile, for our hosts, it is a completely different story because they haven't got off to the greatest start they would have liked to have got off to. The top scorers they've got in their team, really, the likes of Morgan, Span, and Oliver. They need other players to step up. They need to get as much out of Lorbeck and Hrovat as best they can. It's going to be a collective effort tonight from Olimpija Ljubljana. We'll just get set to introduce both teams, and we'll be set to introduce our officials pretty soon. A lot of expectation to live up to here with Slovenia, with Slovenian basketball recently, with a country that, as we mentioned, rich in tradition of basketball, but setting the standards for themselves by winning the Eurobasket 2017. So they know that any team domestically from Slovenia must perform to keep the national reputation of basketball going. For Strasbourg, it's really going to be as much as controlling the tempo as best they can, getting out on the break, finding the open man and getting the open shots. More importantly, it's making them count as well. Petrol Olimpija, the big thing for them is going to be controlling the paint, making sure they get all the rebounds they can. The last thing you want is a team coming on the road and getting as many second chance putbacks as they possibly can in one 40-minute game. There's some good players come off the bench with the likes of Castrati, and as we mentioned already with the Americans, but really it's going to be a collective effort tonight if they're going to come out of this game with anything. It's interesting as they start Bubnic usually, but he doesn't play many more than usually 15 minutes. With the likes of Morgan, Horvat, Bajim, all at least getting over 20 minutes a game. Both teams just shake hands, acknowledge each other, give each other a few accolades. As soon as the ball's up in the air, both of these teams are desperately going to want to get a win tonight. Now SIG Strasbourg want to finish on top of the group as best they can. As we know, Petrol Olimpija situation, they must win. They must get something out of tonight's game. This is a huge game for them. Well, we'll just introduce you to our officials tonight. We got Panayotis, Anastopoulos, Marcos, Michalidis, and Cyprian, coming from the likes of Greece, Switzerland, and Romania. We're proud to say we have some of the finest officials in basketball here at the Basketball Champions League. They've done well in all FIBA competitions, and they will continue to do so tonight here in Ljubljana for this Basketball Champions League fixture. Strasbourg starting five, as you can see down low. Miro Belan will be partnered inside with the likes of Louis Laborie. It's an interesting duo they got down low. Vincent Collet would have done his homework tonight. He would have known the threat that poses from Petrol Olimpija. But nonetheless, I'm sure he's confident that they can do business and come out with a win. It worked well last week to get a victory against Ike. Petrol Olimpija inside the likes of Jordan Morgan, partnered down low by Drazen Bubnic. Jan Span will play the backcourt. Gaspar Okan. He knows the pressures he's under. He knows that tonight is crucial. They must get a win tonight. Well, they've already played their first 7 games, so now we're going back down the other way. They're going to play the last 7 games here in the regular season. Really, for Petrol Olimpija, it's about building yourself an identity, and you got to do that here in your home court. Like I said, you don't want to be chasing games on the road, trying to catch up with making a points differential. You've got to win on your home court. Give the fans and give the players themselves something to believe in. Sure, he's telling Morgan as much as possible, get the ball down low, go to work, draw fouls, let's get to the free throw line as much as possible. And he knows that for his team, it's about getting the right shot and getting some open looks. But, you know, they played so well. For them, it really is just business as usual right now. 5-2 off to a very strong start here in the regular season. Well, Petrol Olimpija did well last game in game day 7 when they got a victory against Rosa Radom. And those are big games to pick up, big wins. But life hasn't been so peachy for them in the Basketball Champions League. You know, they started against Strasbourg in the opening day where they lost by 14. Played some close games where they lost to Banvit by 4. Mehdi Barouf at home as well. And they picked up a big win on the road in Madrid where they played against Movistar Estudiantes. It all went for a downward spiral. Very unimpressive 18-point loss to Ike on the road, as well as a 10-point loss to Monterrey Venezia. But they gave themselves just a little bit of belief last week when they took on Rosa Radom at home, and they picked up a very, very crucial win. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you for joining us. We're set for tip. We're underway soon. We're in Ljubljana for the Basketball Champions League. It's game day 8 between our host, Petrol Olimpija, and our visitors from France, SIG Strasbourg. Do not go anywhere. Strasbourg get the first tip and they'll get things underway. Good ball move from Strasbourg. They get a shot on the side. He thought about it, gave it up, but hesitated. Should have taken it the first time. Gets a screen. Unable to get the roll to Morgan, but was wide open. Gave up a wide open triple. Backs down in the low post. He's got 1 second. He's got to shoot. It's a good move. Oh, he gets blocked. Nice block by C. Zach right now just throws it down low, gets it all the way down to Bilan. Bilan uses the strength and the power, tries to back down. He spins, gets contact, doesn't get it. 2 seconds, got to get a shot up. Puts up a tough shot, in and out. Nobody contested him, wide open. Went all the way to the bucket, and Badjim just gets an easy 2. Takes a baseline, puts a pump fake, and that is a good move. Good spin move by the big man, Bilan. Just took it in with a pump fake and span around. He's wide open for 15, just lets it go in and out, can't get it. Morgan gets an offensive ball, but unable to put it back. Strasbourg can break. Spins to the middle, dishes it off, and that is as easy as it gets. Laberry just got it in the low buck, and all he had to do was spin to the baseline and kissed it off the glass. Pulls up from 15 on the baseline, and it's nothing but net. And that is as cool as you like from Lorbeck. Right, thought about the 3, but takes down the middle, draws the foul, and does not get the and 1, but will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Nice strong move there from the American guard. Zach Wright makes the first. The American-born, but also Bosnian naturalized professional. He's played for a lot of clubs here in Europe. From Austin, Texas. And he makes a second free throw. There's a foul off the ball. Looks like it's on C. His first personal foul of the game. I'm not quite sure what he did, but he's been penalized. Lorbeck takes it in, kicks it out. 3 in the corner, and it's good. He just drains it off the penetration and kick from Lorbeck. If they can get a bit of that going tonight, they're going to build themselves a little bit of momentum going into this one. Bubnich just lets it go from Rainbow Land. Bilan breaks down, and it's an offensive foul. Good defense from Morgan. Morgan just allowed Bilan to go into him, just took the charge. Excellent defense. Span brings the ball up. They turn it over, and C can break. Transition all the way, and C just takes it. Nobody able to stop him. Nice fast break from Strasbourg. Span calls for the screen. Lorbeck gets fouled. The shot will not count. The uncontested fast break by C. They throw it down low to Morgan. Morgan backs down, threw on the shot clock, gotta get a shot off, does the hook, can't get it. Rebound by Labarre. C looking for Labarre. Takes a baseline, did he get travel? Yeah, he did. Travel in violation. I don't think the coach agrees with that one bit. Let's see. Oh, no, it's a good call. You can see he lifts up the pivot foot. It's definitely a travel. Morgan shoots from 15 foot, and he just swished it right in the face of Balan. Gets his first 2 points of the game. Puts up a contested three, can't get it. And Olimpija can break. Morgan off the pick and roll, but he turns it over. Strasbourg get the ball back. Down low to Bilan, kicks it out. Zach for three, can't get it. There's a foul off the ball. And the foul's called against Petrol Olimpija. Takes it down the middle. Nobody stopped him. Nobody came over to step over and help. But Logan gets his first 2 points of the game. They turn it over. C gets the deflection. They'll take it down the middle. Logan puts up a floater, and he just switched it. It was actually Wright got it off. Just took it in there and let it float. Takes it in all the way, puts up the layup, and how did he get it to go? He had Labarre all over him, but he just got the floater to get up. That was Span. C takes it, and he just gets blocked by Morgan. And now Petrol Olimpija can break. Transition, kicks it out. Gave up the three. Lorbeck will take one, in and out, can't get it. Big rebound by Atkins. There's a foul on the ground. Foul off the ball. Looks like it's on Badgem. And Leloup will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Boy, he makes the second one. Down low to Morgan. Morgan keeps it alive. Morgan puts up a soft floater, but missed it in the end. And the alley-oop is up. He tips it, but Laverie can't put it back. And now we go back down the other end. Crosses over, takes the baseline, falls over himself. Keeps it alive. Lorbeck has to shoot it. Airballs it, gets it back. Reverse layup, and they finally get it to go. Well, after a lot of effort, Oliver able to come in and just put it back in time before the end of the shot clock violation. Kicks it out, gives up another three, and there's a foul on the ground. It's on Badgham. It's going to be a second personal foul. He's got to be careful. Badgham just got to move his feet. A little bit lazy on the defense. And while Badgham goes to the bench, take a little break so he doesn't get in any more foul trouble. They really need him to play in this one. And Barabatic comes in to give him a little sub. Makes it 2 for 2 for Laloup. Gets the screen, pulls back, can't get it. A big rebound by Oliver. Shake and bake, puts it around C, puts it C, just blocks him. Was not letting him have that one, no matter how hard Spann got around him. You can see C just does enough to get up and block him. Well, we've got 2.9 left on the shot clock. We got to get a quick pass in and a shot. Well, they get the ball inbound. He's got to shoot it. Unaware what was on the shot clock. Morgan gets the offensive board. Oliver, he'll try for three. Can't get it. Both teams really struggling from the perimeter here in the first quarter. Good ball movement. They get a shot off in the end. Another triple, another miss. Well, Laverie just goes to the bench, take a little bit of a break. Barabatic just given a bit of a foul by Bayhurst. Oh, correction, it's Cortalic. No, it's Bayhurst. And now Barabatic will go to the free throw line for 2 shots. He's averaging about 10 minutes a game with 3 points, so kind of need just a little bit more for him to step up if he's going to help this team. As he makes the second free throw. Well, minute to go here in the first quarter. It's been a little bit slow from both teams, but just move the ball a little bit better, get in the better positions, get some open shots. Tough three, and he just swishes that one. I mean, that is as tough as it gets. That is Atkins. Gets his first 3 points of the game. Pulls up, can't get it. And Atkins gets a rebound. Strasbourg could just run the clock down. Logan looking for options. 4 steps back, pull up 3, can't get it. Bayhurst and Barbadic get caught in the tie-up. And now SIG have 4.8 seconds to get a shot off. All the way uncontested. I think he's fouled, so I think he's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots. That's definitely a foul in my estimation. I mean, he's running right below him. Well, he missed the first free throw. Makes the second one. And at the end of the first quarter, it is the hosts who trail by 2 points against SIG Strasbourg. We'll just show you some stats and highlights from the first quarter. So do not go anywhere, as we'll be right back. We can see neither team really shooting well from the perimeter, but both of them getting some good looks and moving the ball really well, but they just got to finish and capitalize.
Ça va être pareil, they will do it. We start with 0, mixer tous les deux, ok? Et on peut faire 2, we can do 2 against the zone. Hein? Si on fait 2, vous faites ça. The side we go, we cut, take position, and we pop. Ok? Et là, on aura une ouverture, we look, we swing. And after we have ball screen on the side. It's the same continuity. Okay, let's go. Allez. Allez. Ensemble, 1, 2, 3. Ensemble.
Next offense, post up him on 4 position.
Hey, we play this on the other side.
Hey, zero position. Post up him on 4 position. Hey, not from 54, not. We will play like this. We will play like this. We will make again loop. We will make again loop.
I'll come screen for him.
And you are make a screen for Jordan. Jordan have to be here.
So
Pop you open. And then, you understand or not?
Like 5 down.
Always is normal pacer.
down.
Normal is pacer. Okay. On both situations. I get him. Hey, good.
We just get ready to start the second quarter here. This Group C fixture between our host Petrol Olimpija and SIG Strasbourg. Pulls up 15 feet and he just knocks it down. Easy pick and pop play. And that is Cortale, the big fella. Oliver backs down the other end. Takes to the middle, makes a contact, and the foul is on the ground. Foul's on number 9, Leloup. First personal foul of the game. You can see it's a swipe just at the end. 4 on the shot clock. Morgan's got to get a shot off. And he fumbles and turns it over. Just gives away a good opportunity to get another bucket. He had decent positioning, but he's got to take care of the ball. Oh, nice pick and play. Pick and roll was beautiful. Cortale set the screen and went straight to the basket, unable to get the M1. Missed the first free throw. Makes a second one. Cortale goes 1 for 2 from the stripe. Down low to Morgan, just able to keep it alive. Morgan goes baseline, spins around, it's a nice move. And you can see he is struggling to keep hand of the ball when he's making a move to the basket, but Leloup picks up his second personal foul. Now, Petrol Olimpija is going to get it baseline, see if they can get something out of this baseline play. And Leloup just has to go to the bench because he picks up his second personal foul. They can't afford him to get into any more foul trouble. They get into Lorbeck. Lorbeck does a fadeaway, and that is a beautiful fadeaway jump shot in the paint. Just got it. And the fadeaway was to avoid the block, and that's why it's such a strong move. Bayhurst throws it down low. Strong move, makes the contact, can't get it though. And Petrol Olimpija can break. Pick and roll. Morgan, oh, he gets blocked. And now Atkins is fouled. As Barbadic picks up. Look at this, this is a beautiful block by Atkins. Atkins just showing the athleticism, standing up high enough. Barbaric just tries to reach in, but gets called for the personal foul. Now we can break down the other end. Barbaric down the middle. As Atkins just does enough to stop the fast break. Well, it was actually Bayhurst. Bayhurst just got his hand in as he hit the courtside VIP section. Morgan spins, fades away. It's not a strong move. He's gone away from the basket, but Oliver's suggesting he got fouled. But the referee calls a foul on Morgan. And Morgan, so agile, so quick when he spins out, but he can't be fading away from the basket. Lorbeck goes to the bench. Span just checks back into the game. They got to get something now. They got to get a good play. Respond with a strong basket. Good ball movement. Atkins in the low block. He's got to kick it out. It's going to be 3 seconds if he's not careful. Steps back, deep three. Can't get it. And Atkins offensive ball puts it back up. Nobody put a body on him. Petrol Olimpija going to kill themselves tonight if they can't put a body and box out, protect their own paint. Span gives it up to Morgan. Barbadic just draws the foul on Logan, the Wolverine. They throw the lob pass, but it's too strong. And now Logan can break. Oh, crosses over. Good ball handling. Bayhurst, jump shot, bit short. And now Petrol Olimpija can break. Barbadic throws it. It's a careless turnover to keep it alive. Span through in the corner. It's got to make it. And another miss. Let's see. Comes up with a loose ball, but we got a loose ball foul called on Barbadic. It's now his third personal foul. Some of these players picking up too many careless fouls. Man, I'm not quite sure what else he's supposed to do there. It's just a loose ball foul, to be honest, but Olimpija are going to call timeout. They've got to talk it over. Petrol Olimpija only 33% from the field, while SIG Strasbourg 42%. Neither team really getting into the early groove here in this game, but you see he's clearly not happy. Petrol Olimpija 0 points on the fast break. I mean, that says something about you. You've got to play a fast tempo in this basketball game here in the Basketball Champions League. I guess Strasbourg are just used to playing that week in, week out in a very dominant French league. Now Barbadic has 3 fouls. He's still in the game. Throw it down low. Atkins puts up the floater, can't get it. Oliver comes up with the loose ball, and he'll bring the ball up. Radulovic gives a handoff. And C comes up with a loose ball. Sometimes I think Petrol Olimpija are quite unsure what options to go to. We have another timeout called. This time it's for Strasbourg.
It's even more. Ryan, you will go here, whatever. More important that you come back here. We want this one. And after this one will come.
There really isn't a lot in it, of course. I mean, you look at Petrol Olimpija, 6 for 15 from the field, while Strasbourg 7 for 13.
And after we can make the next one. Okay?
Neither team really putting a dominant mark on this game in the early stages. Strasbourg just doing a better job of getting those second chances by putting the putbacks already. You know, the leading points in the paint, 12-8. Petrol Olimpija trying to get a lot out of James Morgan. He's making some strong moves, but he's unable to finish. Well, we get it back underway here in the second quarter. Strasbourg with a 5-point lead so far. Throw it down low to Bilan. Puts up the floater. It's in and out, can't get it. We got another missed shot. Radulovic just turns it over again. I mean, it started with a poor pass from Radulovic. Got to take care of the basketball. Came off by Barish last, so SIG Strasbourg will have another opportunity to build a lead here. They throw it down low, high low in the zone. Petrol Olimpija stay in that zone. Oliver, a 4-step layup, but Gets it to go in the end. He's not called for a travel. And Strasbourg just starting to get very, very sloppy at the moment. Petrol Olimpija staying in that 2-3 zone. Strasbourg trying to put a high-low, but you got to stop making some shots on the perimeter, make the defense stretch. Oliver gets the handoff. Lorbeck kicks it out. Span in the corner. Got away with a travel. Down low, Morgan's got to dunk it. Saw Bilan coming, so he tried to pump fake and just laid it off the glass. Good option. Goes up to 4 points with that field goal. See now, high-low, Bilan wide open, uncontested, doesn't get it. Oliver gets a defensive rebound. Badjim throws it down to Oliver. Oliver, corner. He's got to shoot it. Lorbeck, deep three. Can't get it. Strasbourg can break with Logan now. And here we go. They're up against the zone again. Logan takes it in the lane, kicks it out. C wide open for the three. And he drains it from downtown. Now goes up to 5 points with that triple. Badjim gives it, they turn it over, it's another poor pass. We got a break 3-on-1, right, lays it up. And Span did not want to pick up another foul, so he let him go. And Petrol Olimpija gonna have to call timeout as Strasbourg just starting to make a bit of an impressive run.
Hey, vi ste mazochisti. Vi ste jebeni mazochisti, okay? We made again. Strasbourg play against you because you make 8 turnovers. 8! And they lead for 6. You defend 5 times in a row in zone.
Okay, hey, keep focused now. You can take the screen. Don't even force Mio. Luis here, perhaps can be open. Try to go deep because they stay very low. And here you can make this one to David for a good shot, okay? Allez, on défend. Hey. Only 3 fouls. Hey, don't stop to rest. Let's go.
Well, down low you can see Morgan wanted to dunk it, but he was afraid that Bilan was going to come and block him off the backboard. Logan now with a cross kick out to C, who just drains the triple. You go down low to Oliver. Oliver spins baseline, kicks it out, but Wright just able to put enough deflection to stop it going to Span for the wide open 3. Petrol Olimpija now 5 seconds on the shot clock. They have to get a shot off here. Down low to Lorbeck. 3 on the shot clock. Lorbeck fades away. Can't get it. Strasbourg can break. Logan catch and shoot off the penetration break, and he gets it to go. The assist from Wright. Logan just hits the triple in transition. A little bit of run and gun basketball for Strasbourg. Span, he'll take a 3 in the corner, and he drills it, and he just nails it right back in Strasbourg's face. And another triple. This time it's Wright. Well, it's actually a long two. As he goes back to up to an 8-point lead for Strasbourg. Lorbeck turns it over, same story. And now Logan lays it up easily. And it's a 10-point lead to Strasbourg. That's the thing about Strasbourg. They do such a good job of getting their hands in the passing lanes. And once they get the ball, Badgham for three from the corner. Badgham just sinks it from the side. And that was right in the face of Logan. He just keeps his team in it. Both teams now just starting to believe in themselves in the perimeter, getting some good looks. Petrol Olimpija staying in that zone. Down low to Belan. Belan misses it. Unable to use the size to fish it off. Span. Down low to Morgan. Morgan pulls up from 15 and he nails it. It's nothing but net for the American. Morgan goes up to 6 points with that double. In the lane, dishes it off. And I thought that came off Belan, but came off an Olimpija player. We got another timeout in Strasbourg.
Ok. Il faut vraiment battre Julien, vraiment fort ici. On a Darion là. On fait vraiment l'écran. We do the screen on the second one. In the play zone, ok?
Hello, 6 seconds, nobody can come out.
See Strasbourg just doing a better job, as we mentioned, getting their hands in the passing lane. They got 10 points off the turnovers. Think about it, 5 turnovers cost you 10 buckets. Be a tie game. Olimpija Ljubljana just took care of the basketball. Want to give the ball in to C. C gives it up. Threw in the shot clock. It's a fadeaway three-pointer. There's a foul underneath the basket. And it looks like the foul's on Laverie. It's his second personal foul. He just got overly aggressive with the box out. You can see the shots up. I don't think there's too much in it, but I mean, nonetheless, he is pushing Bubnic in the back. Cortali comes back in the game to stop Laverie picking up any more personal fouls here in the early, or here in the first and second quarter. Down low to Morgan, got it by Cortali. Morgan backs down, used the power foul, and does not get the and-one. But he's gonna go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. Cortali just mismatched against Morgan. The Detroit native who went to the University of Michigan. Impressive athletic ability, but times just might be too athletic for his. I mean, he's a very, very good player, that's for sure. He's made a couple of moves tonight where he's lost control of the ball. He's just such a fantastic athlete to watch. Petrol Olimpija just put the full court pressure on. Cortali sets the screen, but kick it out the right. Right takes it in, kicks it out to Logan. Logan saves it. Deep, deep three. They don't get it. C again, nobody boxed him out. And Petrol Olimpija really have got no one else to blame but themselves for their deficit right now. Turnovers, not protecting the paint. And we said 5 turnovers, 10 points. If they don't make those 5 turnovers, then Span puts up the floater, doesn't get the foul. And now we can break. It's 2-on-1. Dishes it off, finger rolls, it doesn't get it. Tip back, and a waste of a fast break. Got to make the most of the 2-on-1, but at the end of the first half, it is the visitors, SIG Strasbourg, that have a 5-point lead over the hosts, 37-32. We'll just show you some highlights and we'll show you some stats, but don't go anywhere too long because we'll be right back in 15 minutes for the second half of this Group C fixture between Petrol Olimpija Ljubljana and SIG Strasbourg. It is the Basketball Champions League. Well, both teams hitting 3 triples, a pair of them. 3 for 8 for Olimpija and 3 for 11 for Strasbourg. Strasbourg 50% from the field, 11 for 20 within the rainbow. We talked about Olimpija Ljubljana not boxing out, but they've got more rebounds so far than Strasbourg. Strasbourg with 6 steals. Remember, 10 of those turnovers from Olimpija Ljubljana turned into 5 of those turnovers turned into 10 points for SIG Strasbourg. So you think about it, if you don't make those 5 turnovers, you're winning this game. Jordan Morgan now 2 points and 4 rebounds away from a double-double. Zach Wright's top scorer for Strasbourg with 8 points. Both teams are going to go to the change room and talk it over because they've got to re-strategize themselves and try and get back into this game.
our maximum. Let's go on rebound, Buba. Let's make a foul if it's necessary.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here for the second half of this Group C fixture between Petrol Olimpija and SIG Strasbourg here in the Basketball Champions League. The visitors hold a 5-point lead right now over our hosts, who are just struggling at times to really take control of the basketball and take care of it. Strasbourg doing an excellent job of getting steals on the break and just making the most of their counter-attack. It's a very impressive fast break basketball. They did miss a 2-on-1 to end the second half off, but just going to try and make up for that now and get off to a good start here. Remember, they're 5-2 here in Group C, while the hosts, Petrol Olimpija, 2-5, picking up their second win last week against Rosa Radom. Strasbourg win tonight can, really start to assert themselves in this competition, while the likes of Petrol Olimpija, they really need to reinvigorate themselves. Strasbourg joints up with the Monterey Venezia. It's so important that they keep winning and try and get that first spot so they get a good draw in the playoffs. Span starts possession off here in the second half. Takes it in, kicks it out. Badjim takes an early three, and that's a great way to start the second half with an early trip. He's already hit a couple tonight. Gone to a bit of early foul trouble, but that three will really start to assert themselves. Nice pass underneath the C. Just uses the athleticism, jumps over the defense. That's a good response from SIG Strasbourg. 4-point lead to the team from France. Jordan Morgan, 3 seconds. He's got to get a shot off. Spam, he's got to shoot it. Gets a shot off. Was it a 24-second? It has to be. Didn't hit the rim. And I think what they're trying to say is that it hit the rim. Well, it did hit the rim, so now Petrol Olimpija going to get a fresh 14, seeing as it was an offensive rebound. Badjim pick and roll, corner, Bubnic, and he just swishes a three. I think he looks at the referee to say that, the defense got a piece of it. Should be an and-1. Shake and bake now, steps back from 15 feet, can't get it. There's a push in the back. Laverie tried to go for the offensive rebound, but just felt a little bit of a nudge in the back. I think it was Bubnic. You can see, I don't think there's too much in that. Logan takes it in, gives it off the right. C wide open for three. Doesn't get it. Now it looks like Atkins is called for the foul. Atkins picks up his second personal foul. Clearly see just throwing Bubnic to the floor. To be honest, I think Bubnic made more of it than he needed to. Span gets to the corner to Lorbeck. Down low to Jordan Morgan. Morgan used the strength, and we talked about this, the athleticism, but not able to take control of the ball. Player that might just be too athletic for a skill set, but nonetheless, he is a good player. Atkins, he'll take the three, can't get it. Span uses the screen, takes it in, kicks it out. Bubnic gave up the 3, takes from 15, just chucks it off the backboard. They got to shoot it. This time it is a 24-second violation. And Bubnic was trying to shoot it off the backboard, but just put too much pressure into it. And in the end, they get nothing out of it. SIG got away with a travel. Pulls up for the triple. And Zach Wright just gets the first bucket for Strasbourg here in the second half. Goes up to 11 points with the triple. Span pulls up for a 3. Can't get it. Now Strasbourg can break. Foul off the ball. This time it's on Bubnic. Down low to right. Span reaches and gets called for the personal reach-in foul. Second foul of the game. Well, he turned it over. Bubnic comes up with a loose ball off the backboard, and this time he does get the M1. Just when Strasbourg are about to build some momentum, it's just a lackadaisical error. Turnover, but now Atkins picks up his 3rd personal foul in the early stage of the 3rd quarter. And with an M1 like that, I'm not sure why they called the foul on Atkins. I thought, to me, it looked like Wright was guilty of the foul, but Berlin comes back into the game. Bubnic makes a 3-point play. Bland cross court to C. Logan gives it to Bland. Bland puts up the floater. That's a tough shot. That's a jump hook from 15 feet. No, there's not much he can get upset about because they play good defense, but Lorbeck takes a quick 3 from the side. And now Petrol Olimpija, who struggled in the first half to shoot it from downtown, all of a sudden they got 3 threes here in the second half. Lorbeck, who just made the 3, gets called for the defensive foul. I mean, Lorbeck, that is a quick catch and shoot, that's for sure. And Leloup just comes back into the game as C takes a break. Logan puts up the pump fake, gets in, kicks it out to Leloup. He takes a 3 off the bench, and now he just swishes one. Now all of a sudden we got a shootout. 3-point lead back to Strasbourg. Luke goes to 6 points. Span gets a knock, gives it to Jordan Morgan. Bubnic gave up the 3. Lorbeck, he'll step back for another 3, and Lorbeck back-to-back triples, this time from the corner. Now, he doesn't make the easy shots. He only makes it when you got a hand in his face. He goes up to 10 points. Got a foul off the ball. Now, what was a dead game in the early stage of the first quarter? It's now turned into a really exciting fixture. Now, this is interesting because back-to-back plays, Lorbeck's hit 2 triples, but right after the triples, he's picked up a defensive foul. Makes the first free throw. Can't get the second, but they get an offensive board. Bilan looks like he almost fell over his own weight, but deep three, can't get another offensive rebound. Petrol Olimpija got a box out. They go with a double team, he's wide open, puts the jump hook, can't get it, gets his own rebound, another offensive board. And Petrol Olimpija finally pay the price. When you don't put a body on a man, you leave him wide open. That is what's gonna happen. Span crosses over. Takes it in, makes the contact, and he gets the and one. And now Span has a chance to tie the game up again. Strong move by the Slovenian point guard. You can see he took him right, tried to reach, kept the ball alive, just kissed it off the glass. Makes the free throw. And the home crowd, they want to travel. Gives it a high post. We got a 3 in the corner from right. A big rebound by Oliver. Lorbeck. Morgan wanted in the low block, but Lorbeck wouldn't give it to him. Oliver takes a baseline. Can he dunk it? Gets fouled. It's fouled by Bilan, and Oliver's going to go to the free throw line now for 2 shots. You can see he got the loop up in the air with a pump fake and just took a baseline. He wanted to dunk it, but Bilan just tall enough to get his hand up and stop the dunk. But Baric comes back into the game. And that came down with ice because the arc was so high, but got enough rotation on it and a good follow through. Makes it 2 for 2. And Petrol Olimpija finally have a lead in the game. The host put on a full court pressure. Let's see, looks like he gets away with another travel. The loop looks down low, high post, Bilan puts up a pump fake, use the backboard, and it's a quick, effective move. Backdoor for Oliver. And this time they do call a travel. And you can hear the frustration from the crowd because they feel like Strasbourg's got away with a lot of those. I mean, no doubt it's a good call. It's definitely a travel, that's for sure. Splits the defense. The loop down low. It's a beautiful pass. Gives it off the right, but right unable to make the 3-point play. But if he makes these 2 free throws, he's going to give his team a 2-point lead. The foul's on Bubnic, his 3rd personal foul of the game. And what a pass from the loop to spot him. Go to the bucket. And he makes the first free throw. Well, we talked about Zach Wright. I mean, what a career he's had in Europe. He's played for a lot of top basketball teams. Last season, he was at AS Monaco. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but I think the referee just had a few words to say to him, but nonetheless, we'll get going. Missed the second free throw. And Petrol Olimpija able to keep it alive. One-point lead to Strasbourg. Good penetration kick. Span in, reverse layup. Oh! But Morgan able to tip it back. Good ball movement, the loop. He takes the three, and again, it's nothing but net. Both these teams really starting to light it up here in the second half. I mean, the third quarter has been a whole different ball game between these two teams. They're starting to shoot the ball with a lot more confidence. 2-point lead to Strasbourg. Barbadic crosses over, takes it in, makes the contact, puts up the floater, and he gets it to go. A bit of a wild shot, but he did well to get it off, and of course the score in the end goes up to 4 points. And that is a tough three-pointer from Zach Wright. Well, it's actually a long two, but he goes up to 14 points. Minute to go here in the third quarter. Barbadic takes it in, gives it to Morgan. Bit of a sloppy pass, but Morgan spins, nowhere to go. It's a traveling violation, excellent call. Just seems like when Morgan's got the ball, sometimes he's a little uncertain what he wants to do, like he predetermines. He's got to read what his defense is playing him and try to exploit the weaknesses. Cortale checks back into the game. Bubnich just goes to the bench for his good efforts. Got to put a hand up. He's made a lot, and he makes it again. They cannot leave him wide open because every time he pulls up from that 15-foot jump shot, he's just going to let it go. He's up to 16 points now. Four-point lead to Strasbourg. Starting to run away with this one. Makes the contact, and Oliver just uses the strength. Cortale's really struggled against him all night. And again, what the home fans are frustrated with, that is a travel. The official still has not called it. But at the end of the third quarter, it is Strasbourg who have a 2-point lead over the hosts. It's been a very exciting third quarter. Both of these teams have made 3 and 4 threes here in the third quarter, starting to light it up a little bit better. Shooting with a lot of confidence. Zach Wright, real hot hand to handle.
Jeremy opposite in that situation. We can do one time. We G, okay, pap opposite. Et on peut jouer aussi simple 4 or 4 side, okay, pour aller intérieur. And when you don't have time, 2 down, okay? Against the zone, Zach. The adjustment against the zone is always here, so we must go faster, okay? We want Miro here, Olivier. We are here, but when he arrive, okay, you must one dribble, swing, swing because...
Majstor, imaš 2 minuti da mi partistaš, da vadim u džigericu. Ej, idi ti. Kad će bi šao, tipajt na Logana. Hey, listen, if you play zone, you have to understand if it's a look here. Hey, if it's a look here, you are here. Other 4, you are staying here.
Don't leave the loop.
Hey, you have a brains, no physics, brains.
What they are doing against our zone? They are screening big B to short roll and then flash. Stop.
Well, it looks like Petrol Olimpija going to stay in that zone, which I'm not quite sure you want to do with players like Zach Wright out there who really can light it up from the perimeter. He's up to 16 points tonight. Maybe had a very good campaign last year with AS Monaco, but again, uncontested, and you cannot leave him wide open. You got to put a hand up. It's too easy. This time it's Cortale. And to still, Wright gets it. He's fouled. And that is a nightmare of a start to the fourth quarter for Petrol Olimpija. It's just a lack of discipline. You can't throw the ball away on an inbound. Goes up to 17 points with a free throw. Makes it 2 for 2. Well, now it's his second stint with the club now, Zach Wright. He played in the 2015-16 season for them. They're quite happy to have him back. Short, can't get it. And this time they can break. Cortale back to Wright. Downloaded Belan. Oliver tries to get around. And Cortale under the basket gets his own rebound. And that is the problem when you play zone against a good team who move the ball well. They exploit it not only from the perimeter, but once you get that ball in the zone, you know, you got to make sure you box out and stop players from cutting right in front of you. And Olimpija have to call timeout.
Immediately make a free-time sheet. We are not making a small foul. In offense, roll quicker. If you're tired, I give you rest. Okay. Hey, my story. It's not going this way. We cannot pass the ball them in the hand. It's 6-0 in 45 seconds. Why you play 30 minutes, I don't know. Why, I don't know. Okay. Man to man.
Pour donner une solution au loin. Ok? Là, we expect this. If they man to man, we do four side again. Ok, on essaye vraiment de la mettre intérieure. It can come from Olivier, even if we swing the ball. Miro, when you're here, if Olivier doesn't give and pass the ball to Jeremy, ask for it. We try to give to you. Okay? Intérieur, inside.
And that's all about heart, concentration, and the body language says it all. See, he throws it down low. Belan turns around, quick post move, but Morgan gets a rebound. Now Strasbourg going to their own zone. Span pulls up, tough three, and that is a tough three-pointer, and he got it to go. Cuts it down to a 5-point deficit. 11 points for Span. Get the shot up, and this team are shooting the ball very, very well now. Leloup goes up to 11 points. Now they're going to ask themselves, do they really want to stay in the zone? Badgem gives it up to Lorbeck. Down low to Oliver. Oliver takes it middle. And it hits a foot. He almost turned it over. I thought Badgem was the wide open man, but Dribbled off the foot of Lalou, which means now Olympia's going to get a fresh 14. Logan comes back into the game. Bajam was looking for Morgan to roll, but he didn't roll quick enough to get the backdoor play. Span, and they turn it over. Had the right idea, but Logan wasn't ready for the pass. You can see he had Belan up in the air, but Logan just wasn't ready for it. 7-point lead to Strasbourg. Morgan just over aggressive with Belan. C pulls up from 15 feet, doesn't get it, and again they don't box out. And the home crowd just starting to hear the anxiety and the frustrations. Throw on the shot clock. Logan's got to shoot the ball back to Belan. And if there's ever a way to get a shot at the end of 24, Strasbourg seem to know how to do it right at the nick of it. Span gives it up to Lorbeck. Lorbeck takes it in. Span takes it in. Again, another turnover. He's looking for Morgan, but Morgan just not ready to get the ball. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Petrol Olimpija going to have a baseline. Oliver's going to inbound it. 6 seconds, enough time to get a good shot off it. They throw it into Morgan. Morgan crosses over, puts up the jump hook. In and out, can't get it. Tough shot. Now what Strasbourg got to do is let time be their ally. Move the ball around. Don't need to rush a shot. It's good ball movement. The loop through in the corner. Doesn't get it. Petrol Olimpija can break, but another turnover. You know, both teams came out and fire in the third quarter, but now in the fourth quarter, it's a complete different Petrol Olimpija team. Another turnover down the other end. And this time Span makes the contact, doesn't get the foul, but he lays it up and he cuts the deficit down to 7. Strong move by the young Slovenian guard. Logan wide open, uncontested. Doesn't get it though. Strasbourg have had this game done and dusted a few times, but Bajam pulls up, doesn't get it, gets his own rebound. Dribbles it off the foot. Morgan goes to the bench. Bajam spins, fades away, tough shot. Oliver able to jump up, get the tip back. And that's what his athleticism is good for. He's up to 11 points tonight. You need a player like that, just a bit of heart to go and give you a second opportunity. Petrol Olimpija staying at 2-3 zone, down by 5 points. Oh, they turn it over again. This time it's Bajam. Bajam first slam and one. He thought he was going to lay it up with his left hand, but what he did was very smart. He got across Logan, went in with his right, went for the reverse layup, and he knew he was going to get the contact. Gets the M1. I mean, Cortale's got a case there. I mean, that is a reach in. And the thing with those is it's down to the referee to make the decision. Is it a reach in foul or not? But Strasbourg going to have to call timeout. They were just up by 11 points, and now it's gone down to a 3-point lead.
The guy is throwing the ball, and nobody takes care of the offensive rebound. 4 times, same game. Okay, là-bas, on joue 0. If they play zone, we play 0. If they play man-to-man, we go inside, okay? 4 down, 4 high, execute well, good timing, go inside, okay? Both teams, no foul, okay? So we can be aggressive. Allez, let's go, allez!
If you get 2 small fouls, and Meister, now, if it's this foul 50-50, we will not bring this in the locker room.
And next step is to rebound the ball.
Yeah, listen, if they throw it inside and he's looking at you, don't leave him in the loop. Make
Bro,
sure he turns away.
bro, score the free throw and throw. All right, let's go.
Budget makes it a 3-point lane. We're back to a 2-point deficit. And the two, they got to be lying down low. It's a good high-low play. We can't finish. And again, I mean, that's good play from Strasbourg not to give up. And Labouré didn't get it, but just able to use his athleticism, tip it back. Strong play. Bobnich wide open, let it go, big fella. And that's exactly what he does. He wanted to pass it, didn't realize he was wide open, and he just let it go. He's hit a few triples tonight. Again, it's too easy for Balan, just catches it in that high post. Petrol Olimpija got to cover that middle a bit better. Double team, cross court, and Oliver steals it. Can he finish? Dunks it, and now Petrol Olimpija take the lead by 1. They were down by 11 literally just 2 minutes ago. They dug deep on defense, and now the crowd are getting behind them. 3, right, can't get it. Oliver, big rebound. And now Badgen brings the ball up. Span down low, Bobnich gives the Badgen 4 on the shot clock. Badgen keeps his dribble alive, kicks out Oliver, big 3 if he gets it, in and out, doesn't get it. That is tough. And if he made that shot, this place would have gone crazy. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Logan, deep 3, can't get it. And again, there's no Bucks out. And you've got to ask the question, they've only got Bobnich and Oliver. Lorbeck, Span, and Badgen, they've got to go in there and get a board. Bobnich now goes to 4 personal fouls. 1 tip back, 2 tip backs. Where are the bodies in the box? And out 3 if you like. That's why they brought Logan back into the game. They need someone to control the boards. Here's where the nerves settle in. And what pressure. That is the mark of a true professional. Big free throw to tie the game up. Labouré now 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Missed the second one. It's a tie game. Remember, this game didn't have a lot of life in the first quarter, but as soon as we got into the second half, both these teams just started to light up. Strasbourg built a surmountable lead by 11 points. Lorbeck, big 3 if he can get it. And this team are on fire. Lorbeck just gives them a little bit of life, a little bit of hope. Can they pick up the 3rd win here in the Basketball Champions League? I mean, that is good play. Catch and shoot. Quick release. Nice little handoff. And he shot some big trouble tonight, that man. Timeout to Strasbourg.
Little lob, okay, and after he can skip, he can swing, he can play with second big anytime. Watch if it's zone or man-to-man. If it's man-to-man, play
If it's anything that's kept Petrol Olimpija in this game, it's the fact they've shot 10 for 18 from the rainbow. And he'll be very disappointed with his team because They really have shown at times why they are joint top first place in Group C, but you got to credit Petrol Olimpija for staying in there, and now they've got the ball game in their hands.
You go, no stagger. Dribble hand off and here. Lorba, će ni šuta. Počakaj. Počakaj sad, ajde!
Stegen a dribble hand off and the roll. Oli, you just move on the other way.
Well, this is where the shooters become legends. Oh, they turn it over, and that has been very unlike Strasbourg in this game. Lordback, and they fouled him very early. Strasbourg only one team foul, so well, now that makes it 2, but they won't be going to the free throw line anytime soon. Now maybe that's a smart foul by Zach Wright to give him a hard foul, just to mentally put him off. Badgham looking for the roll, lobs to Morgan. Morgan keeps it alive, reverse layup. And if there was ever a time to make a big bucket, that was it for Jordan Morgan. Use the athleticism to keep the ball alive in the air and just have a reverse layup. Strasbourg have to respond in this possession. Down low the loop. Labouré, and that is a strong move. 3-point deficit. Goes up to 10 points with the jump hook. Strasbourg go for the double team. Someone's wide open. Badgham, can he break their hearts? Doesn't get it. Minute and a half to go. Petrol Olimpija only by 3 now. If Badgham made that 3, this would have been probably lights out for Strasbourg. But he didn't make it. And SIG Strasbourg have another chance now. Wright takes it in. Gives it to Balan. Balan spins. And Jordan Morgan gets called for the personal foul. And here was the earlier tangle up between these two. And you can see why the ref didn't call it, because they're both guilty of it. I think it was a good decision to let play continue. The loop gives it, and that is a strong cut, but he missed a wide open layup. Now Strasbourg must get a stop in this possession. The foul is called, it's on Labouré. There's not too much in that, to be honest. I mean, it looks like a block of the pass, but well, they almost come up with it. Span's just got to keep his nerve. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Double team comes. Now Milan's got to be smart. 4th personal foul. So do you go with a quick foul and send him to the free throw line? Well, we got a timeout called. It's Petrol Olimpija Ljubljana, 78-75 against SIG Strasbourg.
Now listen, the time is like this. We will have now, we will play secular. We will play secular, but hey, have to be really everything okay. When the ball come up, someone, prima span, span, hey, listen the hey, listen. Hey, take a kill all of it, now secular.
Hey, Miro, 1-0, I'm gonna pass back, run the pick and roll, you on that side. And right when I start dribbling, come behind me for the 3. Because they're gonna be trying to focus on one. So.
Allez, bon défense d'abord. Bon défense d'abord, allez.
Well, they get the ball sideline. They got 48 seconds to get a steal. It's a big possession now. Down low, Morgan gives it Devon. They almost turn it over. He's got to shoot it. Spann puts up a deep shot. Oh, he almost got it. And there's a foul. Now, is that a smart foul? Because now he's going to go to the free throw line for 2 shots, and Morgan picks up his 4th personal. Now, if he made that, it would officially have been game over, but he couldn't get it. And now, the man from Austin, Texas, Zach Wright, who used to play for Petrol Olimpija against his former team, makes the first, cuts it to a 2-point deficit. Now, if he makes this, Petrol Olimpija have got to call timeout. Makes him. Got a substitution into the game. And this is smart because he's taking Bilan out, and probably what he's done, he's bringing in Atkins to try and put as many perimeter shooters as they can. Lorbeck gets it to Spann. They get the ball over. They avoid the 8-second violation. Now Strasbourg are in a good position now because there's 6 difference between the shot clock and game clock. Morgan fades away. Can't get it. Now, Strasbourg, it's their game to win or lose. Game's in their hands. Logan, right, in and around, puts a shot up, doesn't get it. And that is the game, ladies and gentlemen. Zach Wright had the chance to win it. Logan gave him a pass, a tough situation, but there you can see what it means to Oliver and Morgan. 2 wins on the road now here. Back-to-back victories for Petrol Olimpija Ljubljana. And as they win this one by 1 point, they were down by as many as 11 points. And they came back to win it. But at the end, it's Petrol Olimpija 78, SIG Strasbourg 77. Petrol Olimpija looked so vulnerable throughout the entire 4 quarters. And that's the final score. It's Olimpija 78, Strasbourg 77. As we mentioned, the Slovenians, they looked vulnerable. They looked like they weren't going to come out with anything. But they dug deep. They stayed together. They were 10 for 20 from the perimeter. Strasbourg only 6 for 23. Lorbeck hit 3 big triples in the 4th quarter. And he gave them that morale-boosting 3-point lead with a deep triple he got off the handoff from Jordan Morgan. I mean, it was a great game of basketball. It started off very sluggish and very slow, but both teams turned up and they played really, really hard. Strasbourg, they had the game won. They had that 11-point lead, and then they just threw it away. Zach Wright, the former Petrol Olimpija player, 20 points tonight. Oliver with a double-double with 13 and 11. Both teams putting in a great effort and a great job, but at the end of this one, it is game over. Well, we'll show you some more stats. We'll show you some highlights, but what a game it's been. Both teams, apart from Wright getting 20 points, it was a collective effort. Well, as it stands, Petrol Olimpija should actually be 3-5 with that victory. Strasbourg now 5-3. So depending on tomorrow's results, could be in a different position. Well, the home fans, they go home happy tonight. It's a big win for them. Well, we thank you for watching. We'll show you some highlights to finish off with. And we'll see you tomorrow for more game day 8 action in the Basketball Champions League. But it's good night for now.